Hello. Yamakwaba Eba Chariot TV. And then come on how to effectively study the Bible. Kwame so me fa so etimi esua Bible no ni enya mu ntiase a emu edo. Na se waka ye ho odwumedie we sei so a enne ye wo sempakani ba ko ye nchen ye ba behwe se effective ways ben methods ben na wo ho no ma ye fa so sua Bible na ye betumi enya mu ntiase eyi pa ebi a wapese usua Bible unhu be bi a won hya asem fi won hya asem Genesis won hya asem fi Malachi e fa na won sua de no. What to say be more topical study? What to say be more verse by verse study? And you might be brain what it afa Bible addition ho. Sen enete. Enche kra e dey preacher be by enche na ye ne no ababedi enkomo. Enti me enko baby a kai ho in less than a minute. We'll start our program soon.
Everyone needs compassion, a love that's never failing. Let mercy fall. Needs forgiveness, the kindness of the Savior, the hope of nations, Savior.
This is Chariot TV.
I na me kai will say enche kra Chariot TV ye the dwumedie stronko ebeba wo nchen dwumedie no digital lectureship say unyan share sa dwumedie we say nso a whole 11 days from 1st August to 11th August and packed with so many programs from day 1 to the last day no okay so me see any of the programs now na why on pa ye if you say preacher said your mobile on this particular for this particular digital lectureship a lot now in August see you do na your chance see lessons one after the other you realize that if you miss it you have missed a great program now theme that's no have you not read enti so on kan semedi sempakani ni buy enchen a ono so obebom kakra atren enti hyene so say dwumedi we say enche ebeba so yenko yadesua no so enne how to effectively study the Bible say preacher crowd a you know ebeba ema wakwada
nya na pomen
nyankopo adaro ma bibia boko na ni e digital lectureship ho asem kakra ansa na ya share dwumedi na asem nim say wo any comment bia de be ka ho a
me da say akonya ode ama me na any ahwefo hia on Bible Answers digital lectureship is coming up send Oma ahwefo enyantie the theme ye ka ho asem no have you not read from Matthew chapter 19 verse number 4 and it's timely because of a lot of teachings and errors people are pushing through the truth of people Emma for edge or congregation baby I have witnessed and the subject of marriage, divorce and remarriage. And there are so many issues that are being taught on the subject. But Chariot TV is taking opportunity of that to discuss the matter thoroughly. But we are going back to the Old Testament to the New Testament. Now, the Bible can and let the Bible answers it. I know, say, wow, maybe you have a view on it or but the catcher is just come and listen. So Bettina, the air canon and the Asambaka for a mobile and a canon, and you're consistent with truth that you can just toss it off. But say Betty now the air canon and credit, then you take it up, send the Bible at I can't actually, So that is what we are doing, and it's a digital lectureship. In other words, unko baby encourage. Stay in your house, both you. They will bring it to you on your phones, on your laptops, on your tablets, on your YouTube channels. Go YouTube, go on your TV, on your screens. That is where we are coming. And all you need to do is that I did about Boama, you call live your chat, I'll be joining in it. Just go to YouTube now. Let's search Chariot TV on YouTube or Church of Christ TV. I think that was the Facebook channel. But Chariot TV is a YouTube channel. Your YouTube channel, your Facebook channel as well. So just go to Chariot TV on YouTube. You search Chariot TV, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Likewise, so call other social media handle like X, like Facebook, like Instagram, but we'll be streaming
Instagram.
extensively on Facebook and YouTube and X. And you call Facebook into you can like and follow our page. Send a call live. I used to be to me. I get notification now. What you are joining us? That is there. So tell friends about it and tell congregations. As for our local congregation, now soon say there's an upcoming program called Digital Lectureship, and it's a free. You don't pay fees to enter and come and listen to what we are talking about, and it's coming as easy. It's even at the comfort of your home. What you feel out here? The only thing that you have to do is to buy data and pick maybe your phone and your pen and write something. That is all. Also required. So a bit on it, and there are speakers that spans from above 4 to before. We have that broad spectrum. In fact, my main fact say we have a special edition for ladies only. Special edition, ladies only. A man kwa beshia na omonso so ayo mujumedi e was akwan. So just mark it on your calendar. 1st to 11th of August. Digital Lectureship is coming back. That's the 4th edition, the 2024 edition. Digital Lectureship. So that's a bit of it.
Have you not read? Yes, very, very interesting. Say, oh, me say dear, I said them I can know what me say a lot. Going straight to today's conversation, how to effectively study the Bible. A lot of times, you just ask questions where you say, the person who's near Bible. A lot of times, obi programs are your charity, you don't say no send message. You are part make sure Bible power, but you can make sure say, me no say.
So that's it. So the topic, and how to study the Bible. Well, that would have been legitimate, but it's how to effectively study the Bible.
Yeah.
That's the topic. So of course you can study the Bible, but the interest is how to effectively study the Bible. And no one some change at the so you get questions from people asking, say, how do you study the Bible effectively? How do you study the Bible? No? Well, you normally get those things. The sending a message, but the matter when say those people who normally send us messages, just want a quick, fast way of doing things, and now
as a fast food,
fast food, because we are living in a world of fast food. Everything is speeding up. The BI is at a faster pace. I mean, Adriania is a fast food. Internet service, you fast. Everything, the BI, you fast. Yeah, sometimes people who are asking that question think that, well, there's an easy way. Okay, we papa, nothing the Bible need to be good to, nothing was here. But my main family and Shas said, there is no shortcut to studying anything in the world. There's no shortcut.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
Yes. Even including the Bible. There is no shortcut in studying anything in the world. There's nothing like that. You see, Oko University, and being a university, back in Kenya University sometimes, I would say students, young students, you normally like going for handouts. Both handouts, some abridged version of the book, you're condensing amount.
And I also abridged version of the book, and some small portion of it be
small portion be highlight the amount. Open slice. Instead of asking for the book from the lecturer, I say, yeah, book kind of so the slice of a point. So the person study these things and go and look for past questions, solve past questions, and go and pass the exams and go. But baby, you bet if you know no nimshi. The point is that we seem to think that there is an easy way of studying anything in the world. There's easy way, shortcut, do it fast and start. There is nothing like that. You spend so many years studying a particular subject and still come out not an expert. Take for instance, you can with Marco University, it's 4 years Ocean Mathematics. 4 years. After 4 years, no, you're expert in math. No, not at all. You have not even started it. 4 years in a university studying math, no. Where you say when you're expert in math, not close to even being an expert in math. Also, quite advanced studies. Graduate school, maybe 2 years to go and study math. Still, you say when you're expert, then you zoom in, let's say 4 or 5 years to master a particular field for 5 years and san na no aba and okra oba or a master of a particular branch or a field in mathematics. Even that you still need postdoc. You call it postdoc studies. Nipa research or tata university or study on the study research for years, and so the person stands out to be an expert in a particular field, not even the entire mathematics field, but a particular field in math, small, very narrow section of it. The same thing. So, young fashion should say, how do you
Now, I don't know. Just yeah, fan can say before sa nipa ne ko any postdoc ne ko be do sa postdoc we no just our publish it or some published works it has been peer reviewed, critiqued by a community for even sa kakra bi no yes still na mpo no qualify say
you don't qualify for that. It takes years so to make 4 years in university at the undergrad, 2 years maybe in a graduate school, 4 years, so 4, 4, 8, 10 years of university studies. Still, you are still not an expert, particularly in the entire field of mathematics. How much more, say, Onipa does anything, say, you spend 3 months, and I say, be 2 years, and I say, be 6 months in maybe a school that is training preachers. Then you think you come out, then you know the Bible. No, it doesn't work like that. And the same thing with members.
Just say, yena Bible school do crampo a wuti fie na we no as a woman no e ba ku bi no woman no nsia.
Yeah.
On ka ho kra.
Yeah, so the point is that you see we sometimes trivialize Bible so much that I say Bible the head and book dia take it pains in studying now be studying. And Bible no na anka we have to take that seriousness with it because first of all the Bible was written with 3 different languages.
Yeah.
3 languages that we ourselves are not familiar with. For instance, we have Aramaic, Kasa. I'm not familiar with Aramaic. Hebrew, Kasa, familiar. Greek, Kasa. You see, we are not, and yet Kasa, you kind of a region. It's not like French or English or Chi or Hausa that you kind of out. You can get acquainted with it. Some of the languages are Asian languages, like the Hebrew language, Asian language, where even sometimes finding meaning of words have a lot of discussion and commentary and back and forth debate and challenges on it. All these things are packed in there. That is languages I read your Bible and then 2, the time I read your Bible to the time I hear we are far removed from it. You see, it is like almost 2,000 years gap between time I old person what's now Bible who's anytime I read your Bible in the first place. So it takes a lot of studies, in-depth studies, rereading, learning to start appreciating things that are in the Bible. So people ask questions like that. Well, I want to start studying the Bible. I want to know the Bible. How should I start it? Sometimes I just look at the person and thinking about it. I don't know how to tell him that this is how to do it. But that is the truth. Like yes.
Before you continue, me kayetie for say Bible answers addition into untwa me ma fa me book a me tro. Also found there na ye nyina ye nsua there because I do my realize say some of the videos now I hear over the years I try say eboa ama ye nyina ya come back to Bible studies no. Ebi mu tie keke.
Yeah.
But let us be active with writing and opening and checking the verse. When you are involved like that now, at least program you know. Now when you be kakra free. Into as or casually as Australia and all that to be. Yes, I will not benefit in free program here in be active listener. Na yemwa na yensua de. Tipacho obetimi akoso.
So let's look at this passage. 2 Timothy 3. Verse number 7.
2 Timothy.
Yes,
2 Timothy 3.
Verse number 7.
Verse 7. Always learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
So Paul had discussed some diverted and they are deviating from the truth, from the faith. And or discussing their lovers of pleasure, their days, okay, someone. Then Paul says something about them, that they are always learning. Not so much young, they are always learning, but they cannot come to the knowledge of the truth. So, Ashafua entier say studying the Bible is not, there's nothing like a shortcut to help you study. I can't be 30 minutes give you a crash course. You see, Oko YouTuber is a crash course on maybe Python coding Python, and that's a crash course on calculus, and
some 10 minutes quick fix B.
Yes,
fast.
Course on, crash course on how to master this. No, there's nothing like a crash course in studying the Bible. There's nothing like that. To study, to know the Bible, it takes years. But it takes years now. It starts with some habits you have inculcated. Now consistently, then all those things amount to you having a very good grasp of what the Bible is actually teaching. There's a video a friend of mine sent me the link. Let me share it. It was done by a member. It's a very short video, and the title is "Study is Hard." That's the title. Study is hard. Now it was a preacher who was preaching about Bible. No, study is hard. Anna, I see time on law school. That preacher was a lawyer.
Okay.
No time on law school. Now, as American or South and North. I think North, either North for me or more.
North, South, Central. North America, yes, South America, Central America. Yes.
I mean American because not.
Okay.
America, not American as a continent, not as a whole, but I meant USA. So northern states now one of them. And I said, "Diamond say capital city for Washington, New York, big cities, main cities." And on picture no village. I know law school no catch and say, "More boys now more village how more you are studying. Those people what this in New York no, they don't even have time. Corporate lawyers near the big time or committee way or committee or no lawyer on that time seriously. In the lawyer need be share obi a ono no work crazy only BBI than trying to study the Bible and the law near the master law no on be share that lawyer no, though he's well paid, he's taking care of luxurious life and things like or struggle trying to meet them. And his point was that it's simply because there's no shortcut to studying the Bible. It involves hard work, it involves learning, it involves studying a lot of things. So that is the starting point that a person should fortune to say, there's no shortcut.
You should have a habit of studying. And from verse that you're reading, always learning. Into meaning say over commenting on it to see and I say
I'll be talking about them.
Right.
I'll be talking about them. So
okay.
That is the first point that the person actually for action. So the second point is when they say, we cannot know the Bible or we cannot study the Bible without reading the Bible. It might sound simplistic and quite raw, but that is it. You cannot study the Bible without reading the Bible.
Yeah.
Oh, most people spend so much time reading about the Bible, but don't get time reading the Bible itself. Oh, can your man for a camp? But see, never bring on the only more Bible known is from say be a video say, you know, a video no or share video no. That is it. That is what he knows about the Bible. Or back Sunday morning near share Bible class and they preach an account. I know him about the Bible. You know the news near no. That is it. And I say, unya video be on YouTube no share. That is what he knows about the Bible. But you cannot know the Bible for yourself when you are not reading the Bible yourself. There's nothing. There is no field. You can know it without reading. There's nothing like that. You see, you first have to read it. And the second thing I made this share for and say, we cannot understand. Yenti Bible no say yenti mi hu Bible no yenti mi nsua Bible no without we reading it. So if you are not reading, we are not willing to read the Bible for ourselves. Read the Bible. Oh, we cannot know it. And there are a few passages I want to share with you. First Timothy chapter 4, verse number 13. First Timothy chapter 4, verse number 13. Verse 13.
First Timothy 4:13, they say, till I come, give attention to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine.
My main kind, me deal with you. My version here, New American Standard Bible, saying, until I come, give attention to public reading of the scriptures, to exhortation, to teaching. We jump up verse number 15. Or say, take pains with these things. That is verse number 15. No. Take pains with these things. Be absorbed in them. Be absorbed in reading, teaching, exhortation. Take pains in it. It's painful in a sense that you spend hours sitting down, learning, rereading things, what kind of. Take pains in them. Be absorbed in them so that your progress may be evident to all. Pay closer attention to yourself and to your teaching. Persevere in them. For as you do this, you will ensure salvation of both yourself and those who hear you. So there's no shortcut in the stuff. So when people say Bible effectively, the person have to read the Bible. You have to read the Bible. One lecture not my dear, in a university, not what I can. Oh, complain I want to the auction and say, read the textbook. Read the textbook. They be catcher. Read the textbook. That's why I'm on textbook. So read the textbook. So you might spend so much time not trying to read the textbook. You won't get it. So when you're watching so kind textbook there's no way I'll bet your can. So maybe I know a catcher.
Joe, is it not also surprising, say, a lot of times you made a point earlier concerning say we are more concerned about things about the Bible and not the Bible itself. And is it not surprising and dangerous to know, say, people actually form complete set of teachings in that sense, doctrines, based on people's opinions about what the Bible says, rather than verifying for themselves what the Bible says. Ebia me say, oh, Nyankopon basa krubia mponi ho. Just the Father pen e Nyankopon. Na Jesus or a created being. I have heard somebody say it, and I have heard him maybe mention some verses. But me ankasa me share that actively in same for Bible no nye research bian here you. But my former establishing my doctrine and me dinna ma wiase say, oh, nyame ba akope. You can say nyame ba asa kura ma sa obo anye sa net. Na ye dinam. But yankasa share that kind of Bible no share.
Simply because we want things quick. We want things fast. We want the shortcuts. In this obi sort of or digest some or digest adenema. I say, odi aduane shi obi enum. Ye benya anka aduane no. Ya wisa apoama no the nutrients na enter na ka ukọ. We don't want to spend time masticating it ourselves, chewing it ourselves. Yankasa yen wi ade no. Yen spend time trying to chew it and digest it before. We want the digested one. Sana akoye. Everything. That is the basis of our technologies. Oh, easier, making things life easier for us. You see, instead of reading the textbook, yes, okay. Yeah, develop app will be yes, app will be a boy read test in the mouth. So you don't need to read it. Just click on the app, upload the book to the app, and the app will read it for you. Now we have AI that is summarizing to all the book in the manual. No, summarizing book in the manual. Now, what asking the questions? What question about this? What asking the question? No, no. What asking the question? No. We don't want to sit down and bend the midnight candle. We don't want to do that. We don't want to sit down and grind. We don't want to. Sometimes because of that, when we get someone that you trust and say, well, this guy, or one homebody and know him, then we sort of take him as the Bible ourselves. Then the okay, now we are swallowing it. You just pick it up and run with it. So
Bible say we are near Sakoti Acts chapter 11. Any Acts chapter 17 is at the atoso.
Yeah, that's why
near Sakoti atoso say Monya Zeberia for so Yankasa na obi a okache obi Monya Zeberia for ono ankasa nyam verify in teachings no.
Onye Zeberia neither. There be our catch up for say Monya Zeberia for but Onye Zeberia neither. So the point is that there's no way we will get anything from the Bible without first reading it. Look at this verse, Ephesians chapter 3, verse number 1 to 3.
Ephesians chapter 3.
Mm-hmm.
Verse number 1 to 3.
Yeah.
For this reason, I, Paul, the prisoner of Christ Jesus, for you Gentiles, if indeed you have heard of the dispensation of the grace of God which was given to me for you, how that by revelation he made known to me the mystery, as I have briefly written already, by which when you read, you may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Christ.
You see, I say when you read,
yes,
the Bible knows it. Now go on him. One can So there's a difference between all kind of what difficult or challenge with it. We will come there. There's the any ever. But so when you what things of there's no way you know it.
Yeah.
There's nothing like studying by osmosis, where you put the Bible or the book or the Bible under your pillow, then all of a sudden, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like, yes, there's nothing like that. The way around it is to first get yourself in the Bible. Read the Bible for yourself. And by reading, you have to be intentional about reading. I say there are so many things that we do in this world. I ain't intentional about it. Example, see, with me storybook when you come on up so that then you pick up a book now that now can kind of say but not talk no other. If that is how you are reading the Bible, and you won't tear so that is not an effective way of
bedtime stories.
Yes, that's not an effective way of studying the Bible. We don't study the Bible like you are in your bed and you want to read, you want to sleep. So you pick up a book and you have the Bible. That's not how effectively we study the Bible. No. And it says, I drink I make a reading. I drink you say, oh, no of our Bible, not be say now can kind of any I can't. You can't study the Bible that way. And I'm not also saying that you study it haphazardly. Say, okay, how no be my main kind way. No, what you see, what be a Bible, you say that what was it? I Habakkuk. The next day, no, I say, yeah, no, I see. Oh, because you no, I see. There be Bible no is not meant for that. Oh, so treaty Bible is a devotional book. You are not getting anything out of it. Also on a panel bonfire. No, we did some few verses out of it. Then you go. That is not says in the Bible. There is no way you will be able to understand what is in the Bible.
Unfortunately, Joe, isn't that say no na mechanism quote unquote popular men of God sell on the internet, any TV to say, oh, daily devotional, just get like some. I said, we'll find a tablet. These are 2 morning, 2 morning, 2 afternoon, 2 evening. Open 2 verses, be on par 2 verses, and I know where I say that's what many people recommend. Say, oh, they went to crowd with the 2 verses, be there.
No,
but you can't know the Bible by that way.
No, you can't know the Bible by that. You see, and because the only say easy way around it, they have developed computer softwares that do things for them. For a while, phone can be suggesting verses for you. Most of today's memory verse, today's verse, today that phone is suggesting. Obetima go through the whole year suggesting verses for you to read it. So you'll be reading bits and pieces of it. It won't fit in a picture for you to see the Reading is part of human life. Obi a person improve life beyond. You should be someone who likes to read. The certain
100%.
akwana ko school, university. When you doing command, me parking can you? A whole graduate now parking now per day.
Oh, that statement where common me say I used to say that seriously. I used to me them in pay reading. Oh, me them hey now the university guy has in pay reading.
I say that the end funny question say I say me pay reading me per math. And I'm like now math no some master's book now.
Yeah, can be me pay reading by me per math. Oh, me a science guy. Me reading.
I say we don't read math. When I catch them, who said it? Who said it? Ignorance. Gross ignorance. Gross ignorance. The math textbook was written with English language. They knew English natural. But just that it has math symbols. So we have a way of reading a math textbook that is different from a way of reading a history textbook. It's not that reading a history textbook and reading a math textbook. And so reading a physics textbook and reading maybe a biology textbook and I reading geography textbook. There are differences, but we read them. Any book we read it. It's meant to be read. But a certain a graduate knows in parking. I don't like
it. Me try there or SHS. Now me take we say we need to learn how to learn, or we need to learn how to study. We don't know how to study. So about physics heading, about mathematics heading means mathematics. No, there is a way you learn everything. We don't know how to, and I'm glad we are discussing how to effectively study the Bible because we don't know. Simply, we don't know.
Yeah. So now let me bring your verse that you brought earlier on board. Let's go to Acts, the book of Acts, chapter 17. A popular passage. We like reading to people. We like reading to people. Be like the Bereans. But look at it. Acts chapter 17, verse number 10. Verse number 10 through to kind to 2 to 12.
Yes. I say Acts 17, 10. Then the brethren immediately sent Paul and Silas away by night to Berea.
So when they arrived, let me give you a background. Let me give a background what's happening. Paul, the first trip to what didn't call in Acts chapter 16 was stepping in Macedonia region. We call Philippi. Oko Acts chapter 17. We came small towns be Amphipolis, Apollonia, and Odeni actually Oba Thessalonica no. Omoje no Berean synagogue kasana basa sorry and they have to send him away because they were afraid that they might harm Paul. So the brethren sent Paul and his friend away by night. Now occur the next town, Berea. That is the context.
Okay, verse 11. Verse 10b. When they arrived, they went into the synagogue of the Jews.
So is the first thing I'm saying is Luke that is telling us what is happening. It's not Paul who is rehearsing what is happening. Yeah, Paul can say, well, we call synagogue say that we go. No, it's not Paul. So Paul he's telling us what Paul and his friends were doing. Luke is telling us something. So it's not Paul's statement. Luke and a reporter. And Luke was not even with them at that, like Luke Luke was somewhere. Now Paul and Silas echo Berea. So Luke when I say Luke man or catching and say, this is what is happening. Into Paul and Silas call Berea or Jew for share them to ask account.
These were verse 11. These were more fair-minded than those in Thessalonica.
So it's not Paul's comment. That comment there about the Bereans, is Holy Spirit in the commentary on them. And I'm going to about Berea for say we mu a chain 1 hour Thessalonica. But say they were fair-minded, they are open-minded. They are people who are good, they are nobility, and who are some worker. Nobility. See, these are more noble than those in Thessalonica. To us, mommy.
In that
Mhm.
they received the word with all readiness and
So,
searched the scriptures daily to find
daily.
out whether these things were so.
Daily. So, you see, it's easy reading this text. Okay, yeah, okay, they said the scripture daily to find out that those things were so. I did be our own so honi. Time Paul kasa time more kasa asemi Paul call hono. They didn't have the Bible bound up like this.
Yeah.
They didn't have the Bible in this form. What they have were scrolls. Second, they didn't have chaptered books. Bible,
To know chapter way verse way.
yes, the Bible will come in. They are chaptered. They are chaptered with verse and stuff like that. They didn't have chaptered books. Say book near chapter is say verse way any verse books. No, they didn't have that. So for a Berean to be searching to see whether their Paul Mokan is so, no, it takes a lot of time. Take for instance, Paul Mokasa. Let's assume we're referencing a passage in Isaiah and I'm referencing a passage in Jeremiah. These Bereans have to go and comb the scrolls of Isaiah to find out whether as someone Paul Mokan, some verse na Paul Isaiah, Sanetiana. That shows you how the effort they were putting in their studies. So it's not like us, okay, as well. Don't look at it like today's Bible.
Yeah.
Today's Bible, they easy to have your way on it. You just go, okay, we can't reference now. Acts chapter 17, verse number 10 to 11. That's the reference. So you can easily go there and locate Acts chapter 17. You won't read the entire book of Acts to get to the point I'm making. But these people have to set through the entire book of say Isaiah and Okan. You have to set through the entire book, trying to locate Baby Paul Mokan. And it was difficult. And it was not common.
And maybe Joe, you should add that it isn't easy coming by scriptures.
Yes,
common.
Yes, and the common that it's not like
any access to it.
Any our phone. So what download the Bible na app? What download the app na go phone so na you can't no abo. Now what check
the word search. Okay, also word bank church on. Church.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like that. So we should start appreciating it that we said. The second point is in the major one, and he said, we cannot get anything out of the Bible without first reading it ourselves. Say, Bible. The second principle is say, read it yourself. Read it. One kasa can wow Bible. The third thing, I'm unfortunately soon. Make it your point to make markings and make notes in your own Bible. You see, Bible, no, it is not any book as a now what Bible anything.
Yeah.
Do you get my point? It's not like making markings or Bible anymore. Now what Bible anything. No, it's not like that. Make it a habit. So only purpose of seeing Bible here. Make it a habit of making notes. Are there all kind of for you to be able to have ready recollection of it and easy access to it and trying to find out, make progress from the things I will study. Try making it your habit to make notes in your own Bible. Get a Bible where you can make notes in the margin. Look at mine. This is an old Bible.
As a light now, man, not blare out.
Yes, my light now, man, not blare out, but I can't.
Yeah.
I might. You can see that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see writings in the Bible. I have several of them. Writings, plenty. Oh, make notes in your own Bible. Wow, Bible. Make notes. Make notes in the Bible. Oh, Bible, all notes, markings, and stuff. Make notes in your own Bible.
Yeah, my mother said, we me could be
yes.
Maskatemo, na me say sometimes me feel me am home.
Yes, the Bible is not like a book down means that what define Bible and now why you born and now I mean people have that weird view of it. The Bible ni more neat. For Bible no as some person be chiro more neat. Meanwhile, he has owned it for years. The bottom line is akwa one kind. And you're not serious making notes about it. So, I said, we should be conscious about making notes in our own Bible to track our progress. It will help us track our progress and make meaningful studies out of it. So, you can have highlighters trying to highlight some verses. Someone said a verse, you go and highlight it. You can make notes on some point. Bible, you can make notes about it. You read a verse here, then you make notes about it. There's a word here, you have seen it, it means in a way, then you make a note on it. There's a rule, Bible, then you make notes out of it. All these things can be seen. Now we know as gradually then you are building your knowledge bank of the Bible. You are building it. By the time you get to a time that you can really appreciate verse, you can really appreciate what is in the verse, and you can talk more from the verse. And as a function, the Bible is not like like the a superstitious book be a baby. As a uchumu why bonnet, what from your man, uchumu, it has no bearing on things like that. And that's my third point that mention as a so mention. The fourth point I mention as a so say mention say before we can get anything on the Bible, Bible, we are making notes out of the Bible. We should also think about understanding the entire story, the entire sequence of events our Bible. You see, the Bible with all the 66 books combined together, there is a thread of story that is running through the entire Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. And the Onipa Otna Bible should know the thread of the line of story at echo. Any Nehemiah Bible, the entire picture, an overview, entire picture of the Bible. So the person should first appreciate that the Bible has two big testaments. Or Bible. That's the person has to appreciate. You fake your Bible, or flip a page. First page is near any pages now. You see an Old Testament. Getting to the latter part, you see a New Testament. Be a Bible person should be able to appreciate that there are two big testaments or two big covenants. Nyankopon any independent here. So what kind of person you'll be able to fit yourself in the covenant, baby. You won't go for a pamwa own chassis. No problem. You won't go for that. Then you'll be able to fit yourself in the covenant where the one cast. So that's something I also mean humiliation and said. See, a Bible as near Bible new you should appreciate that there are two big testaments and are two big covenants and a Bible, Old Covenant and New Covenant, or Old Testament and New Testament. Aside that, I also appreciate to say there have been 15 periods in a Bible scheme of things. 15 periods. A brain dunum. Yeah, 15 dunum. Or Bible. Was any panity as yet. My mama, the first period is what we call the antediluvian period. That is before the flood. As a Bible, one key event happened in the Bible in Sweden. That is in Genesis chapter 6. So the story before, and some will see here from Genesis chapter 1, basically Genesis chapter 6, is what we call in Bible studies the antediluvian period. Also, who is as a Bible was your post-diluvian period. That is after the flood. In Suyene Chino, Eba Kopim, Ebra of Fre Abraham. Abraham. You see, he's a key figure in the Bible. So from the flood, after the flood till the time of the call of Abraham, we call it post-diluvian period. Then we have the period of the patriarchs. A janum, not a janum dispensation, not that period. I meant the patriarchs, a janum. So you see the call of Abraham, Ebesi, Jacob, any Jacob, and Ma, what call Egypt near there. Then you see all those things there. Then you see the period of the Israelites or the Egyptian period. Men can say the Egyptian period. And we have from time Israel for no echo di enkwasum Egypt. The sisi wo hwa kopim say Moses be yi wo mo omutwa apokoko. So time Jacob and then ma no echo Bizim. No mo koye nkwa. Joseph Apensu, Joseph Wuko, Moses show up, Abraham Mosum, Nkwa, Kopim Bray, Moses Yomo, and you won't chap. That period, the Egyptian period. Moses Koyom Bayano, the next period, the fifth period, no, the period of the wanderings. The period of the wanderings. That is from crossing Red Sea, no. To the time of cross River Jordan. If you want, you the period of the conquest. Abra Joshua na momoso na omudi nkunim. Cross Red Sea until kopim the period of the judges at before. Then we have the judges period. The appointment of the first judge. Kopim said, Ebredru ya said also omo eyi ahinie ahini emomudi ade. Then we know the United period, the United Kingdom period. That's also another period. From David Saul to Solomon era. That's the period of the United Kingdom. There's a period of the divided kingdom. Abra Solomon echi ahini mu pai so Israel mu pai mienu. Northern Kingdom 10 tribes, Southern Kingdom 2 tribes. Omunina mu che mienu. So we be Israel and Judah. See, that period is also there. And Sana, Ukoba Muka cry, Kunya the period of Judah alone. Abra, Samaria, Shiasi, Northern tribe, no Shiasi, near the uncle, Assyrian, Memo Mukoi. So the time, if you Mukoi, if you hold Banwana, Judah, Kwaka, not Judah, born and Brane, or Yena, so a day, and go punching us so now threatening a crank of himself. The Befa Moko captivity. And a period of captivity, that's the 11th period. The period of captivity, and son Babylon by then there's a period of restoration, and son what between the testaments. See between the testament, Abra Apamdadano ewie nejuma, and Apamdadano ewie ne chiro, men can send in nejuma, ewie ne chiro. See Malachi, I close to the entire Old Testament, close to the time New Testament books like Matthew, Eshas, between the testament and also there's a period of the Christ. Maybe I used to Christ by that is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Then there's a period of the church. So 15 periods in Bible history. Also the planetary assessor. My member was you. 1, antediluvian. 2, post-diluvian. 3, the period of the patriarchs. 4, the period of the Egyptians. Israel or Egypt. 5, the wandering period. 6, the conquest. 7, the period of the judges. 8, the period of the United Kingdom. 9, the period of the divided kingdom. 10, the Judah alone. 11, captivity period. 12, the period of restoration. 13, between the testament. 14, the period of Christ. And 15, the period of the church. So someone or the Bible who I will should be able to appreciate that these periods Bible no divided into that system. You can segment the Bible in such period to have a very good view of how the Bible actually look like. See, sometimes the go out or something there, and I begin to say something. Now or say a time Jeremiah tears and something tears.
Yeah, I know na me person me comment on the periods now kind. Say mostly no, it is first time I meet something like the periods in the Bible. I was always wondering, say, why don't we really teach this in Bible classes for congregations? In most Bible classes, we focus on the 3 major dispensations. and never looking at distinct periods na what Bible mu no. I think say enye say 3 no any say yeah, but maybe if preachers listening to us, it's an appeal say if we can take time and teach these 15 periods in with Bible history and assessing the Bible na, I think say maybe to give a clearer understanding of
Yes.
even Job, Job. Because Job is after Israel.
Yes. A good view of how the Bible really look like. See, it will serve you well, and we all do that. So see, I also person baby or traveler. The first thing sometimes we do is to check our phones, Google Map. Then you check and see the baby a person corner. Sometimes Google Map will be able to give you baby a one any baby a person corner the distance, any the time it will take you to move from one end to the other. Obama say one nantia time a better you. Or the car a better you. Obama distance. See a very good view of baby a corner. The same thing with the Bible. If you spend time trying to elaborate on the periods that happen in the Bible, it will give a very good view of the Bible to the person. Say the person can obedient or Bible more. The person can fit the person in one of the periods and can be able to make sense time and what was happening at that time. Oh, only Samson, for instance, I'm a can once and see. So only said the Samson is in the period of the judges are. It will never occur to the person said Samson was Tama Israel for the call resume. Not Samson count. It's not occur to them. And I said Tama Solomon Tias, not Samson count. You get my point? You see, those things will especially shall not be ye. I'm a nipaneti Matias ye. Who call any library in the world? I have not seen any library that they shelved books. Books not on my shelf. Normally, the dear bomb say that kind of books in the room. Say be open books on medicine. You go to the medicine
the
shelf.
Medicine catalog, no? Yes.
Medicine shelf when you see a lot of books. So books on geometry and math. You go to the math department or math shelf. You go. That is how the Bible has been arranged. Bible so it will help us to be able to study our Bibles by seeing the bigger picture. You have to first
I to say trying to understand Ezra and Nehemiah. Say when who send a Bible arrangement and I say periods netina. Why are you careful? Because Malachi Crampo, he never had anything to do with any of these prophets, minor prophets.
Yes,
Malachi, Jama, but they all periods, no, they are together.
They are the same. They are contemporaries. Oh, they are contemporaries within the same time. You see, you might not see that picture clearly. That they are. I have to say, Micah and Isaiah.
Yeah.
Micah and Isaiah are contemporaries within their same time period. Contemporaries. And
that's why they write similar, especially on the kingdom. They write similar things.
Yes, they are contemporaries. We have to say Esther now can Esther, any Malachi, any Ezra, Nehemiah. They are in the latter period of Israel history. Israel, latter periods, restoration time, after the restoration, or time, that period, natural. Hona sanko for no work. Indeed, Obi all kind of Washington year. We realize that Ezra, Esther, Nehemiah, Malachi, they are within the same time period. You can see linkage between all those things and the things that they are talking about.
True.
So the person should see the bigger picture. So the person should see that there are two testaments, the big testaments in the Bible. There are also 15 periods. And then there are 3 systems of religion. You see, we pay much attention to system of religion, dispensation. We pay so much attention to it to the extent at the expense of saying make us a period. Of course, that is also true. And let me say this: I have one say, Ugugu, dispensation. Oh, good. It will be giving you a false idea.
Yeah.
Dispensation in denominational terms has something is different from what we are talking about.
The
A better way of
premillennial view.
getting your head wrapped up, and I said getting your head around it, is system of religion. Because the dispensation now can say patriarchal dispensation, Mosaical dispensation, and a Christian. That is the emphasis.
Yeah.
That is the emphasis. The Mosaical dispensation. How I know mufa so sum nyame. Oma mamre ni nyoma nyankopon de ma o say kwan we na mumfa so a mumfa ya the approach me. So it is looking at system of religion as opposed to the time period. The Ebeboa will say over system of religion, 3 system of religion are Bible no. Now we have 3 periods, 15 periods of Bible history. Now, boy, fit all these things in your head. Now, boy, yeah, you wanted to make a comment.
The old case is here. They are actually about especially system and period. No, I think say we have not really understood it, and maybe in the next video, no, ubenya branch because we say patriarchal system, no, any mosaical system, no. Sometimes some falsely assume say the patriarchal system ended on Mount Sinai, which is not the case.
Yes, it's something that sneak in our Bible classes, and it came in through our tracts. Tracts now, you see, Antia says, tracts in your man.
Sorry.
Materials they use, no, a nipa natural. That is the first thing. Nipa natural is not. It's something the person is picking from the Bible and telling you. So sometimes error slip in through. The church in 3 system of this 3 dispensation and system of religion. Your patriarchal dispensation, Mosaical dispensation, and a Christian dispensation. And the person, in the person's mind, when Moses on the Mount Sinai, Moses showed up 10 commandments in the Bible. It ended patriarchal dispensation for Mosaical dispensation to continue. So the question will be, what happened to the Gentiles? Because Moses, the other Bible was Jews dominated. A Jew one Sinai be possible. At that time, Egypt was there, Syria was there. I mean, there were countries that were there, but God didn't. Moabite and other nations, Amalekite, they were all there. But God has Jews one and all the one idea. What happened to the Gentiles? See, that is where the problem comes in. Example, when they say, I remember, there was one brother now Orchard there, so he was studying Orchard. Said the book of Jonah was written before Moses. The person was because so Jonah was written to a Gentile nation.
Yes,
it's a Gentile city. They are not they are only Jew for. So
Nineveh.
where place it? Will you place it in the Mosaical dispensation, or you place it in the patriarchal dispensation, or you place it in the Christian dispensation? The person couldn't place it in the Mosaical dispensation. The reason was that he thinks that as a Jew for no trap, he didn't get to the picture. Say, time when Mosaical dispensation was working, there was a patriarchal dispensation that was still ongoing for the Gentile world.
Yeah.
In the Amamamu for they have always been under the patriarchal economy. They have always been under that. Unlike the Jews who switched from patriarchal dispensation to Mosaical economy.
Yeah.
The Gentiles has always been under patriarchal. Amamamu nia obone bre yete amamamu esomase. Etna edanoma penso hye ase no. Ote ase se ne Nyankopon pe no obenyankwa. So we threw that thing off and let with the impression say God didn't care about the Gentiles. Which you see Israel for no. On your mind be asada.
And that was it.
It's a passage like that. On your mind be asada. And that meant that amamem for no, they are dead, they are lost. No, they are not lost like that. Some of them were living good life. Some of them were following God. Some of them were worshiping God. Think about it like this. David, so kaya, David, on Bathsheba, and away, Bathsheba ni kunu no yɛ ni. You remember that? Bathsheba ni kunu Uriah no yɛ ni. Ɔyɛ Hittite.
Amanamamuni.
Yes, ɔyɛ Hittite. Uriah the Hittite. Wow, say one getting yourself around some of these things that you end up getting yourself confused day in and day out. Day in and day out. And it's all boils down to sometimes how you study your Bible studies. So that are preliminary things that I think say we take it off, try to go by.
Once I have a father, dear, I was say a gibre that you treat him, send a bear, a tea for an hour for a dream or more clear, especially discussing how the patriarchal dispensation was in force when we had the Mosaical dispensation, because Mijidi said this might be very new to some people watching. Say, how does this work? In Timestre say in another session, we bread near trim. But the year can no, me pese born a tofa kakra ediamaye na ye dibesi na nyankopon ya adoma. My trust some questions you me pese ye be, for example, ye ka we nyina wi how even obi share or interest no kwan be so on shase on shase in free.
Okay, so that was where I was trying to go, but let's summarize it today. So another time we will talk about,
yes,
we will become more practical with what we are talking about now. Boama nipa ohwe no etimenya mumfa so first medical trial said there is no shortcut. There's no shortcut to studying the Bible. Forget about it. A shortcut now, forget about it. Don't worry about it. Don't come and worry anybody on it. There's no shortcut to study the Bible. 2, you cannot get anything out of the Bible without reading it yourself. One, because I wouldn't be here in frequency. One, because I won't can. So you can get something when you are prepared to read Bible. No, it was meant to be read. The second and the third thing I make sure I said, we should make it a habit of trying to mark our Bible. The Bible will make you note. We can someone be or verse be now or make point be now check it now say no and okay as more can and okay and that is how the verse is here. Then you make the notes by the verse. Send a bear can now for 2 verse now. When the notes will remind you of a similar kind, then you can make progress from it. You can build upon that work and move progress from that. And the fourth thing is see the bigger picture. See the bigger picture of the Bible, the entire sequence of the story. Say the Bible can be divided into testaments. The Bible can be divided into system of religion, and the Bible can be divided into distinct periods in Bible history. So depending who is the Bible addition to me, I shall say I pick it up. I'm an one.
Interesting. This is how to effectively study the Bible. Effective word underlined, and make some small points. I may pick it. I may maybe I'll highlight them, rehash them next time. Knowing languages, no say because it was written in a different language, we should know say yeah, you need extra help, especially if you want to go to those places. But we'll comment more on that. And the habit of studying. No, me person end the program without you commenting on it. Say you touched on that in 2 points. Okay, habit of studying, and now say we should be intentional about reading, then having a plan. That is to say, not to read haphazardly. No, Timinim say obetimi aka no me ensa no abomba akwa actually say what do you mean by having a habit of study?
So the habit is is in the school. Back in the university, they will tell you the lecturer no there will say maybe you are required to study this kind of material. You are required say give 1 hour of your time every day to trying to study the material. At the other amount about you bear 1 hour bit to the first year. You make sure you say because any habit say make time out. Say 20 minutes cry and apportion some time for yourself to study the Bible yourself. It should become a habit of you. Say 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. No. Museum Bible, no, I'm reading my Bible. You make it your effort to read it yourself like that. That is the habit of studying American myself. So apportion some for yourself a time I want consistently you follow to be able to study and learn something from it. But don't make it like, oh, wow, now we do one Sunday we do and what I saw them one. They can't.
There be remember your Bible class and our sermon and our Bible. And this is another conversation. Say
yes, another conversation.
Yes, on
that. Obi kura ti me begina pulpit nanim. Ogina pulpit nanim o kasa no. No aka jenso we be jan on na nkonkon kura de ama me. Look at this. What is you?
Obi oga say ono okoda na nya me download ni na ma no. Outro pani.
Onsia na wabeti wabegina ho. Na ode nyankopon so etata ni ignorance any ni laziness no ho. Now also Eddie Yankopon Bem say well. Me ana Hong Miss Hong Kong Sunday, me person be cancer. Oh, if you not be the way neighbor, and Hong Kong. Oh, yeah, and say, I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. Say, and Hong Kong Sunday, me be cano. And it was an answer, some san. And
which year the organization any plant?
Oh, when I'm going to Sunday, we were kind of see growing up in the church. One of the things that informed me say our people have problem was these things. Omwana a preachy, those who are occupying the pulpit, sincerely speaking, with all due respect, they have no clue about what is happening. Yeah, and that's what man say. Oh. Bema they say will be beautiful. A foot to this will be next Sunday morning. Be ready the answer oba church no apeke verse bi. And ba ku be no minimum. Opa ama no Genesis 1:1. Obeka benfo asem. Opa say man say Genesis 1:1. For Genesis 1:1 e preachy. Obe chia benfo be wuram say how. You don't get it. How he will do it, but he will do it. The answer you read it, what's the best now you read it, it's different from my it's different from my some can I say on will be on sembina, what pile up and wash it share and over trauma conform to can send Soha, no Kosoha, we are not study a tat was a preaching papa bia a kutiabo. You got the garden instead.
Preaching probably be a good job.
That is meaning maybe or something. Meaning you're deciding to buy a big room, but preaching papa be a good job. Why not want to put
No, you see, sometimes me a big challenge with this. Me come baby na say obi preach. Yeah, it even prevents you from listening to the sermon or man. Is it a topical sermon? A verse or church verse bimu. Or then or twofold, or we jumble everything, bibia style bia ni ejeguos are, and it is because a lot of times preachers don't really prepare.
Yes, and
that morning, Sunday morning, or so.
And my emphasis is not mean carry. Say, Miniano, there is a warning. There is a warning that is attached to trying to stand in the pulpit. There's a serious warning.
Let's hear it before we go.
In James chapter 3, verse number 1. James chapter 3, verse number 1. There's a serious warning that is attached to someone who wants to stand up and talk about the Bible. Will be a person of original, not catch any part about transformation. There's a serious warning. We read it and say shame crying. Not to scare us, but say shame crying near Tenassi and Sana Yakokasa.
Yeah.
James 3, verse number 1.
Verse 1. My brethren, let not many of you become teachers, knowing that we shall receive a stricter judgment. Yes.
What someone who can say, be careful because there is a serious warning attached to it. You don't know what you are talking about. You are in trouble. Untimi nyina Nyankopɔn emanim enkyra tro. Emma otirim nka nyoma ope. Emma nyoma kenka I've been to places where your friend your money time say this week oba be year oba be tufua. Oba not the graphic. One can Bible verse one
graphic.
One verse. One verse classy or the graphic, daily graphic. Ana ose mo hwe de daily graphic ni. Na oka. We know daily graphic ni very not or the 7 or the okay can in some 10 minutes of our time wasted. But there's a divine warning on it. James is saying, please, those who stand up to talk, some more kasamanya men, because while you preacher, you are not preaching your message. Sometimes you child will be as well. Thank you for your lesson. It's not your lesson. Preacher, you man, simple. You are rehearsing as someone and Bible. You are not telling us something that is at the end. You are telling us what is in the Bible. So it's not your message, it's not your sermon, it's not yours. It is Nyankopon. So you are telling us what is in the Bible. So if you are not studying the Bible, it will be difficult telling us what is in the Bible. And that is why the problem. Sunday no I say no kwa sermon ye na wape some Bible text bi na odwendwen ho ano atwo obo okon on church ne mo obeka ho ndi obegina de bani tinja na okeka no de nam ha keka ne ntema na odi akuku. But you try to refer to so you should develop a habit of studying the Bible.
Yeah, and it's that's a part say you highlighted all these points, and I believe say in your number because are interested in knowing and also wanting to effectively study the Bible. There were a lot of resources. I wow, I was we say so a lot of materials are with me, especially websites, Bible study websites are with me a lot of documents, materials near there. Visit this particular website, Spotlight on the Word. Oko resources are they are linking it to different websites. About as at now, about 40 different websites are with me study materials on commentaries. Bibia on Bible study. No, Oko resources are you get it over there. Yeah, that's a pass we kind na only edin komo ene. Jumedie no na ye kai was digital lectureship baso. Yes. So we digital lectureship but from the 1st to the 11th. We have fly away so on the 10th, but the one extra day for our ladies. One full day, only ladies program. So you don't want to miss this. Have you not read? We NH Media in August from 1st to 11th.